Hello, so I'm back and today I'm doing a quick review of the gyro cutter, which is what it's supposed to be called. These I got cheap. I think I just put in paper cutter or something like that into description. So I've had a little play around, and for those that are wondering or interested or wondering what they do, so I got one which had the 35-degree angle blade and it didn't cut through card, and I didn't have a self healing mat either, so it didn't work. So my husband went and got me a 45-degree angle one and a cutting mat, and it works. Not saying it's perfect. It is a fussy cutter, so you ain't going to get the exact cut into the thing that you want to cut out. I like mine to be right up against the image, but with a little bit of practice, it's still so I've ordered a 35-degree one twice as well, but the 45-degree one works, which is the one that I'm using now. So I've just traced around that image briefly, and as you can see it pops out. And like I say, it is fussy cutting, so you won't get close unless, you know, I practice more. But they're good for doing images that have lots of fussy cuts around and you don't want to spend ages cutting around with a knife. So I'm left-handed, which equals cack-handed, and it takes me a while to get used to this, but with a little bit of practice I'm getting there. And you do have to press quite solid, hard. So just bear that in mind. But as you can see, it does work. So I'll just do these images, and as I DT for Shabby Art Boutique, these are the fussy cuts of a new kit called Enchanted, and she does amazing fussy cuts. I mean, there's like 80 coordinating designs to each kit, and that's, you know, excluding the papers that you get. So if you're interested in signing up for the Handmade Club, head over to shabbyartboutique.com and sign up for this month's kit, which is the Enchanted, which contains mauves and some fairies. It's a very, very pretty shabby kit. And on the 15th of each month she'll release a new kit, and these will then end up going into archived. And at the moment she's running an archive sale for this week only, where you can go and purchase past kits if you're signed up to the Handmade Club. So head on over to Shabby Art Boutique and have a look around and see what you like, and you won't be disappointed. I absolutely adore all the kits every month. And you always need to really start with the sharp end pointing that way. Alright. So like I say, it is fussy cutting. You are not going to get a sharp, fussy cut right into the actual image. But, you know, I think I got this for total £7–8 with extra blades. I think they were like £4–5 to find the right blade, but I know now that it's going to be the 45-degree angle one. So it's not too expensive, but yeah, I mean, it's another tool to add to your cutting. I'll probably be using scissors quite, you know, more than I would the tool, this gyro cutter. But for extra fussy cuts and bends, so just say this image here, to get the angles around with the scissors, and I ain't gonna be getting, I won't be able to cut right into the leaves with these, so this one would be perfect to just trace around the whole image. Not be too fussy about getting it right in, but just the outline. Nope, I didn't cut that one far enough. As you can see, it's got the image, and it still looks pretty without going into too far into the actual image. So it's perfect for things like that. I'll do one more. Obviously you do have to press quite firmly, but you'll get used to how firmly you do have to press and how lightly you have to press as you go. So yeah, I mean, that's my review. It's not as easy as they make it look, but with practice and the right cutting mat, it does work. So if it's any of use, They're called gyro cutters, but I put in a craft pen, cutting pen, and they'll come up. Okay, so take care.